The sound wey you dey hear na sound of gunfire in the capital of Guinea-Bissau as the current president Umaru Embalo, the military boys don carry am. In which one wey be say dem dey call coup. The recent coup follows the series of coup wey dey happen for West Africa. E happen for Mali, e happen for Niger Republic, the same thing Burkina Faso. Now Guinea-Bissau don dey experience the same thing. If you really dey follow their matter, you go know say this same Umaru Embalo na person wey be say e dey rule the country with impunity. E don dissolve the parliament. At the same time again, this election, before they announce the result, na im the military juntas take come arrest am. So because dem dey hear say some other stuff wan go behind the scene like rigging the election and declaring himself the sole winner, this guy don make am tough for oppositions to even get peace for inside their own country. Now watch and see the way the world go take react to this new military juntas for Guinea-Bissau. They go begin mount pressure on top of these military juntas say make dem comot from power, make dem give up. No be because of anything, but because say they find am difficult to control military juntas, whether na for the ones wey dey the Sahel, like the ones for Burkina Faso, Niger. And the major reason wey be say they go dey put pressure under this same military juntas so make they go back to democracy na because they know say all these foreigners they get one or two things against the politicians. Not talk about the money wey be say most of these politicians don launder keep for the Western countries. So the military boys know they really dey favour them in terms of diplomatic ties with them. Similar thing happen with Mali and and France. They naturally want go back to democracy, go back to democracy. You can't be as if na they really get the better, the good of the country for their heart. But if you dig deep, na their own private gain. Because under the democracy, all these same democratic leaders they turn everything to become autocracy. They go against their country, agreeing on diplomatic ties with other countries wey be say go exploit their people just for their own personal gain. And to what extent? To still carry the money and carry their people go to these same Western European countries, go and be living there, whereas failure to develop their own country. So you go see as they go begin put pressure now on these military juntas because e no dey favour them whenever military juntas dey power. The same thing, these Western powers that be, they know they disturb this so-called democracy. These same democratically elected leaders, just like the woman for Tanzania, just like this same Embalo, they enter power through democratically elected processes and means. But immediately they enter power, they begin rule like a communist state, or should we call it an autocratic system, where we say they siphon the democratic oppositions to make sure say the oppositions don't even get any voice at all. Oppositions don't even do anything in peace. To organize rally difficult. They try as much as possible to crumble the opposition because they know say if everybody there on their side, nine be their own form of democracy. Forgetting say the type of democracy will bring them enter power. Now democracy will be say opposition did this side and opposition did the other side. But the Western powers they no go say anything. But immediately the military boys take over, go back to democracy. Go back to democracy. AU, African Union together, they go begin put pressure on these boys. Similar thing happen for Madagascar. Forgetting to see or to correct these same democratically elected leaders when they go wrong, you turn a blind eye on them because you get something on them and because you know say when they loot this fund, they go launder these funds for your country, helping your economy in one way or the other, going to your countries to buy real estate and buy properties while their own country they languish in poverty. All this and more, they fair. If you be say you go follow the democratically elected leaders with soft hand, even if they do wrong, go put them under pressure, go question anything they do. Why not act the same too? The way we go act with the military boys, the same thing with the democratically elected leader in order to prevent series of coup for the African continent. So if any foreign power that be would really have the interest of any African country at heart, first things first, whenever the democratically elected leaders don't they go astray, try to they call them out. Not be when military don't finally take over, then you go stand up and say, the military should go back to the military should leave power and hand over power back. The same thing will happen with Mahmoud Bazoum for Niger Republic. The same thing with this currently Burkina Faso leaders because they know say these military boys they no go listen to them. The military boys they do as they want, and they don't say most of these military juntas they really get the better interest or the good interest of the country at heart, even much more better than the politicians. But since they have nothing on these boys, they don't see any way where they fit bring these boys down or anything way we say they go use take affect these boys. They go cut the diplomatic ties with these boys, making the whenever military juntas they a power for African countries the most difficult times, because by that time they make it difficult for them to do business with other European countries. So now the real matter wey dey happen be this currently for Guinea Bissau. Let me know what you think. Also drop am for comment section. If you dey new here, subscribe and drop a like. I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.